Welcome to the CISO Daily Update.
Microchip technology confirms theft of employee data. Microchip technology confirmed that a data breach occurred in August 2024 involving employee information, including contact details and encrypted passwords. The cyber attack was claimed by the Play ransomware gang. While no customer or supplier data was confirmed compromised, some stolen data has been leaked to pressure the company into paying a ransom. Play ransomware uses a double extortion model and has impacted numerous global businesses since 2022. Microchip technology continues to investigate and restore affected systems with assistance from cybersecurity experts. Planned Parenthood may have been breached by RansomHub Group. Planned Parenthood was reportedly hit by a cyber attack from the RansomHub Group, which claims to have stolen 93 gigabytes of data. The breach was discovered in late August and may include sensitive patient health data. Planned Parenthood's Montana office took systems offline and is working with federal law enforcement. This follows previous cyber attacks on the organization, including incidents in 2021 and 2020 that compromised patient data. North Carolina man swindles $10 million in AI music scheme. Michael Smith of North Carolina allegedly swindled $10 million in royalties by using bots to stream AI-generated songs billions of times on platforms like Spotify and YouTube. This marks the first criminal case involving artificially inflated music streams. Smith created thousands of accounts to boost streams and siphon royalties away from legitimate artists. He now faces charges of wire fraud conspiracy, wire fraud, and money laundering, each carrying a potential 20-year sentence. 2 Nigerians sentenced to prison in U.S. for BEC fraud. 2 Nigerian nationals, Franklin Ifeanyichukwu Okwana and Ebuka Raphael Umedi, were sentenced to prison in the U.S. for their roles in a business email compromise scheme that caused over $5 million in losses. Umedi received a 10-year sentence, while Okwana was sentenced to 5 years and 3 months. Their scam involved phishing emails that deployed malware, enabling remote access to victims' systems and email accounts to facilitate fraudulent wire transfers. Both were ordered to pay restitution of roughly $5 million. U.S. indicts 2 RT employees for alleged Russian disinformation effort. The United States Justice Department announced indictments against 2 Russian nationals, Konstantin Kalashnikov and Elena Afanasieva, for allegedly enabling a $10 million disinformation operation targeting American audiences via the news outlet RT. According to the indictment, the couple ran the operation from Moscow using fictitious identities and shell corporations to bankroll a Tennessee-based organization that created pro-Russian content for social media sites. The program posted over 2,000 videos and received 16 million views, centering on divisive U.S. subjects while concealing its Russian backing. Both individuals face conspiracy to violate the Foreign Agents Registration Act and money laundering, which could result in long prison terms. U.S. targets Russian election influence operation with charges, sanctions, domain seizures. The U.S. dismantled a major Russian influence operation targeting the 2024 U.S. presidential election involving cyber-squatting domains, AI-generated content, and social media manipulation. The operation, known as Doppelganger, aimed to spread misinformation, sow division, and promote pro-Russian interests. The Justice Department seized 32 domains, charged 2 Russian nationals, and announced sanctions against 10 individuals and 2 entities linked to the campaign. The Treasury Department and State Department also imposed sanctions and visa restrictions and offered rewards for information on associated disinformation groups. Cisco warns of critical vulnerabilities in smart licensing utility. Cisco issued an urgent warning about 2 significant vulnerabilities, CVSS 9.8 in its smart licensing utility that affect versions 2.0.0, 2.1.0, and 2.2.0. Unauthenticated remote attackers could use these vulnerabilities to access sensitive information or control services. There are no workaround solutions, thus Cisco urges consumers to install software updates right now. The vulnerabilities involve static credentials and exposed log files, but no malicious exploitation has been reported thus far. DrayTek vulnerabilities added to CISA KV catalog exploited in global campaign. 2 old DrayTek vulnerabilities, CVE 2021-201-23 and 24, were exploited in a global campaign targeting multiple industries, prompting CISA to add them to its known exploited vulnerabilities catalog. These path traversal flaws allow attackers to steal data by downloading files with root privileges. Despite being patched in 2021, many organizations remain vulnerable due to unpatched systems, making them prime targets for threat actors aiming to exfiltrate data across finance, telecom, and technology sectors. Exploitation spiked in late August 2024. Cisco Systems Manager for Windows vulnerability let attackers escalate privilege. Cisco issued a critical advisory for a high-severity vulnerability, CVE 2024-20430, in the Cisco Meraki Systems Manager agent for Windows. This flaw allows authenticated local attackers to escalate privileges by executing arbitrary code with system-level access. Users are advised to update to Cisco Meraki SM agent for Windows Release 4.2.0 or later to mitigate the risk, as there are no workarounds. The vulnerability does not affect the SM agent for Mac. Regular updates and adherence to security advisories are recommended. Veeam releases security updates to fix 18 flaws, including 5 critical issues. Veeam released critical security updates to address 18 vulnerabilities across its software, including 5 severe flaws that could enable remote code execution, with CVSS scores ranging from 9.0 to 9.9. Affected products include Veeam Backup and Replication, Veeam One, and Veeam Service Provider Console, with updates available in the latest versions. The updates also fix 13 additional high-severity issues related to privilege escalation and multi-factor authentication bypass. Given the rising threat of ransomware targeting backup solutions, Veeam users must promptly update to the latest versions. LiteSpeed cache bug exposes 6 million WordPress sites to takeover attacks. A critical vulnerability, CVE 2024-44000 in LiteSpeed Cache, a popular WordPress caching plugin, exposes over 6 million websites to potential takeover attacks. The flaw allows attackers to steal session cookies and impersonate admin users via the plugin's debug log feature. LiteSpeed Technologies patched the issue in version 6.5.0.1, which moves and protects debug logs. Users should update immediately, purge old log files, and implement additional protections to prevent access to log files. Despite the update, millions of WordPress sites remain at risk. Security budgets come under pressure as hypergrowth ends. Security budgets in 2024 are under pressure, with average growth slowing to 8% from previous years of double-digit increases, according to a report by INS Research and Artico Search. A quarter of CISOs reported flat budgets, while 12% faced cuts, especially in sectors like financial services, technology, and retail. Tight budgets are also affecting cybersecurity hiring, with many organizations maintaining headcount. The focus is on maximizing impact, with spending driven by breaches and AI-driven threats as security leaders navigate economic uncertainty. The AI Wild West, unraveling the security and privacy risks of GenAI apps. Generative AI use in the workplace is widespread, with employees engaging with an average of 8 apps per month, primarily for content creation and software engineering. However, significant privacy and security risks arise, as 30.8% of these apps train on customer data, potentially exposing sensitive information. Best practices for organizations include conducting regular audits, implementing clear AI policies, providing user training, and opting out of content training where possible to protect data and intellectual property.
Thanks for listening. Remember to subscribe to our newsletter at CISOheadlines.com. Until next time, stay curious.